Okay, what if you could take a totally chaotic street fight and just turn it into a simple physics problem? Well, we're going to dive into a fictional martial art that promises to do exactly that, turning absolute mayhem into, believe it or not, a predictable science.
At the heart of this fighting style, called Tetsuryoku-Ryu, is a motto that says it all, and it's all built on one single, really powerful idea that we're going to keep coming back to: the 45-degree truth.
All right, let's jump right in. Section 1 is all about this core idea, the 45-degree truth. So what is it that supposedly makes this system the ultimate way to handle chaos?
I mean, really think about this for a second. This style isn't about blocking or parrying. It's not about meeting force with more force. Nope. It's about using simple geometry, physics really, to make an attacker's own momentum their biggest enemy. So you're not defending, you're making your opponent's body just collapse before they can even think about throwing a punch.
Okay, to get a real feel for just how different this is, let's put it up against the style we all know, right? Miyagi-Do karate.
And you can see the difference right away. It's like night and day. Miyagi-Do, it's all about finding balance, waiting for an attack and then redirecting it. But Tetsuryoku-Ryu, it does the exact opposite. It thrives in chaos. It moves in, breaks an opponent's structure down before they even have a chance to do anything. One is for an honorable duel. The other is built for an all-out brawl.
The secret ingredient to this whole system is a concept called kazushi. Now, this is a real principle in martial arts like judo, but here it is absolutely everything. The goal isn't just to hit your opponent, it's to unbalance them so badly that they become a non-threat. They're just a helpless weight that you can move anywhere you want.
And this table just lays it all out so perfectly. Take a look at that top row. Miyagi-Do's defensive wax-on block, that gets replaced with an aggressive 45-degree push-pull that just completely collapses the opponent's stance. And the famous crane block? Nope. Here it's a Tenkan Kazushi dump that throws them completely offline. It's a total paradigm shift from defense to just pure, proactive disruption. So theory is great and all, but how does this geometry actually hold up in an all-out war? Well, that brings us right to our next section. A massive, dojo-clearing brawl between Tetsuryoku-Ryu, Cobra Kai, and Miyagi-Do.
The whole fight really breaks down into 3 phases. First, there's the shock and awe. The linear attackers from Cobra Kai just get angled right into the ground. Then, in the middle of it all, the system really starts to shine, using the chaos to its advantage. And at the end, it's just about pure efficiency, as tired opponents are so easy to unbalance and just finish.
And the results? They are brutally clear. Just look at this chart. 8 Tetsuryoku fighters are left standing, compared to just 1 from each of the other dojos. The system that was designed for chaos just completely dominated, leaving its rivals literally on the floor.
The craziest part is, even its rivals had to admit it. They knew they weren't just beaten by better fighters, they were beaten by a superior methodology. It's a system that just completely changes the rules of the game.
Of course, every legendary system needs a legendary champion. So, in our next section, let's meet the apex predator of Tetsuryoku-Ryu. He's a shredder-esque behemoth named MasterKyu, a 5th Dan master who mixes the art with blades and some serious, brutal efficiency. So, his first big test? A showdown with the leader of the Foot Clan himself, Master Shredder. We're talking a 7-foot-tall armored mutant with just unmatched rage and skill.
And the outcome was, well, decisive. MasterKyu's precision geometry just completely dismantled Shredder's brute force. Every single telegraphed slash was met with a 45-degree angle that just turned Shredder's own power against him. It ended with a fatal upright dump.
But what about a whole team of superpowered teenagers with attitude? Buffed up with cosmic ooze powers? Surely they'd be a match for him.
The result was a straight-up slaughter. MasterKyu used Kazushi to turn all their acrobatic flips into fatal sprawls on the ground. He even disrupted their morphing sequences before they could even call their Zords. Turns out, spandex and cosmic powers are no match for perfect geometry.
So after taking down mutants and superheroes, MasterKyu seemed completely unstoppable. He was the living, breathing embodiment of the 45-degree truth. But every system, no matter how perfect, has a breaking point.
To find that answer, MasterKyu stepped into a battle against the warriors of Mortal Kombat. We're talking Thunder Gods, Hellfire Ninjas, and yeah, four-armed princes.
And here, this is where he found his limit. Because you see, geometry can't disrupt teleportation. You can't unbalance a god who can just revive himself from hellfire, or a ninja who can just keep coming back from the Netherrealm over and over again.
And for the very first time, the master of the 45-degree truth, the champion of disruption, ended with a score of 0. He had been fatality'd.
And this really shows us the crucial takeaway about Tetsuryoku-Ryu and where it fits in the grand scheme of combat. It's an almost perfect system for the physical world, but it definitely has its limits. So in the end, it's a system built on just a few simple but devastatingly effective principles. It's not designed for the honor of a dojo. It's designed for the brutal reality of a street fight where multiple attackers are the norm. It really is a science for chaos.
And that leaves us with this final question. In any conflict, what really matters more? Flawless technique or just brutal geometry? In a world of flashy moves, maybe the winning strategy isn't about having the most techniques, but simply having the right angle.